7-0. Scotland over Spain. Scotland 7th in Dubai, 7th Cape Town, 5th in Hamilton. So that was their best results since winning the title in London 2017. But now looking to hit back. Spain on halfway. They just haven't had any quality pill. The captain, Francisco Hernandez, trying to catch him napping down the short side, but they were waiting for him. Carry on. Ooh, wobbly old ball. Eventually set up nicely, though. And now it is Joan Lasada, the man from Barcelona. His sister Maria is playing in the women's tournament here in Sydney. And a turnover, and now Scotland on the counter, and Robbie Ferguson gets it out now to Godsmark. Godsmark with some room to move, and making the tackle is Carry On. A good field position again for Scotland. Farndale and Gavin Lowe looking to spread it wide. And here is McFarlane putting on a bit of footwork. Good defence, though, but the offload was there for Riddle. 71st tournament for the #1. That's the most by a Scot in the history of the World Series. What a player he has been for Scotland. Trying to get the fend going is Farndale, and now they tow it through. It comes off the pads again, but no try. Lost forward back in the field of play, and so that is half-time. And at the break in this opening game, Sydney 2019, it is Scotland 7-0. So we'll try and head into the huddles now and pick up the half-time instructions. Scotland coached by John DL.
Listen, we've got to go with a position here that we're fucking 7 points in. Don't even look at the fucking scoreboard or anything. We're at 7 minutes of possession, and we've got to learn how we can be better with it. And all the work's done in the middle. We're winning these 50-50s of good defence. We're sticking head into breakdown there, almost done on the short side. Okay, so let's be really patient and talk about that. Stay in the line. When they get to the outside now, they're looking at coming back in the inside. Guess what? We're ready. Making good shots, spilling ball. They're trying to fill the field with their passes, dropping balls. We'll get there. But we've got to be better when we flip that on the 6-7 minutes of possession. We've been turned over in the wide channel. We're running high. All right, we've talked about it's no day for fending in there. If you've got 2 and 2, you've got to take a step back at second last and take.
Hemos dicho que pegamos un paso atrás y uno entra fuerte, 1-2 y nos vamos a otro lado. Pero las posesiones nos tienen que guardar, no las podemos tirar y perder pequeños errores, chicos. Está de puta madre porque con 7 minutos de posesión solo han hecho un ensayo, tíos, un ensayo. En cuanto empecemos a jugar, a moverles, etcétera, van a sufrir. ¿Vale, chicos? Pero el que vaya al ataque tiene que dominar el contacto, no vayáis a especular.
Chicos, están follados, están follados. Vamos a guardar 2 minutos de posición ahora, 2 minutos, ¿vale? En defensa, un poquito más de amplitud. No están...
Come on,
2-3, next job. Let's leave Harvey by himself on that edge. Our pod will favour him, Maxi jump in the backfield. Happy?
So 1,
2-3, next job. 2-3, next job. 1, 2, 1 backfield.
Scotland coach Don DL not happy with only 7 points in the first half after all that possession.
Yeah, it's a valid point. They're a really good side. They played well last weekend, and to have that much possession, that much territory, and to have 2 minutes with a man over and a man overlap with Spain having a yellow card, they need to have more than 7 points on the board. He just mentioned it's not a day to try and run on the outside shoulder and go high in attack. You've got to try and straighten, step off the outside foot. It's going to be a pretty interesting battle to break down these early games because of the conditions.
Spain getting us underway in the second half, and in the halftime huddle, their coach Pablo Feijó, not surprisingly, wanted more possession in the second half, and wow, straight into the referee. Was that a falcon?
Oh, I think he got his arm, Clarkie.
Great reflexes. Almost straight into the head of the referee, James Dolman.
Oh, you're right.
Okay. That's the first falcon, as we call it, down under. That's a black mark against Gavin Lowe. 7-0 Scotland over Spain. And the Spanish unable to control that one. Well, what about Scotland, Stephen? They are on the improve. They're 7th overall on the ladder. 14th in Sydney 2018. They won 2 titles, 2016, 2017 in London. And been coming to Australia since 2007.
Bind.
Well, they're a side that generally seem to improve as the season goes on, the longer they spend together.
Ferguson puts it in, takes it out, and gets it to Lowe, up over halfway. Good tackle, Hernandez. Oh, and Riddle just taking his eye off the pill a bit there, and here's the kick, and advantage is over, and was he taken in the air? He was. That was unfortunate. Alessandro Alonso just getting it wrong there, and so for the second time, Spain have a man in the bin.
Yeah, there's zero tolerance with any man that's played in the air. There's not much in. There's certainly no intent there from Alonso, but it's the end result. That's what the referees look at. Ball's in the air, and there's contact made, and that puts the player in a dangerous position. So Spain go another 2 minutes with 6 men. They defended pretty well in the first half when they were down 6 men. In Scotland, let's see if they can improve their attack, as their coach spoke about at half-time. Being more clinical at the breakdown and being more patient in attack.
Sam Pecure, a man taken out in the air, is okay. 24 years of age. Plenty of possession for Scotland, but they still only lead 7-0. Ferguson finds the target down to Pecure, and then Ferguson now low. Got a good ball away. Elms and McFarlane. Taken by Polplar. It's up for Pecure. Here's Riddle. Lays it back. Good recycle. Elms got the ball away, and Lowe is backing up on the inside. Pecure. Now Ferguson looking to get something going. There's someone on his hip there. And now the penalty will go against the attacking team. Good work by Spain.
Yeah, well, they just haven't been able to get any quick ball, Scotland. When they have, they've had passes that have been going behind the first receiver's hands, going to ground. Conditions are a little bit slippery, but that's allowing the Spanish defence, who are down a man, remember, the yellow card, it's allowing them a little bit more time to get set in the defensive line. They want this game to go a little bit slower for the next minute or so until they get back to 7 men. Scotland have had plenty of opportunities, but they just can't seem to get their recycle or their attack clear today.
We had stifling heat in Sydney during the week. Players doing a tough on the training paddock, and I guess they've been pretty much appreciating the fact that there's some cloud cover and the odd shower around today that's cooling things down, although it does make life more difficult, I guess, with the handling.
Well, Scotland will have no excuse in this weather, but yeah, they would have been shocked at 42 degrees out at Homebush on Thursday.
So it is Spain, still inside their own territory, and Fontes going backwards but offloading. Looking to go wide. Sands. Nothing happening down the short side for Losada. Sant and Fontes. Hernandez out to Alonso, who straightens. Good tackle from Riddle. Yeah.
One entry.
In the end, it goes against Riddle. So Spain looking for their first points. There's a kick through from Hernandez. The chase is on, and who won it?
Yeah.
I think he got there.
Alonso. We'll have to check this one.
Yeah, there, Mosey. Yeah, just try, no try, please.
Well, Spain, they're as good as any team. Maybe Argentina are just as good at finding space in behind. Let's see if he can get it. It's close. The right arm, did he get it down, or was there a bit of distance between? I'll be giving that a try.
Came off the left hand, but the right hand was on it, so a tight one. First up for our reviewers. It is a try. So, Spain, with limited possession in this match, come up with a well-worked 5-pointer. Alonso from Valladolid, the VRAC club.
They've only just come back on the field, Alonso. Hernandez, I think it is, that puts the ball through. Is it? Not sure. It's Alonso who chases. And like all Latino sides, they're very good at putting boot to ball. They're right in this game, Spain. We've had 4 minutes playing with 6 on the field. And Scotland have had plenty of territory and possession. They just haven't got things right in attack so far, Scottish.
Conversion not successful, so 7-5, and there's still plenty of time. Spain kicking off and knocked back. Good work by Carry On in the air. Favu trying to get through there and disrupt at the breakdown, but it comes back for Fontes. South getting it to Lasada. Good support play, but Alonso had to go to ground that time. Hernandez, Carry On. Here on the left wing, it is Mateo. Wow. Sliding across, then placing the ball, but did he lose it in the act?
Thank you.
We have to go upstairs again for another review.
Either way, it's really good footy from Spain. One side of the field to the other. I'm not seeing a try in this type of fashion before, I don't think, Greg Clark. They're saying the Scottish are claiming he lost it.
And he did, but did it go backwards?
The first knock looks as though it's come from a Scottish hand. He was probably originally trying to place it back, then he realised he's already over the try line, put it down.
Well, the decision is coming.
Okay, guys,
No try.
It was lost forward by Red, scrum.
Yeah, no control there. A near thing, though, for Anaki Mateu, born in Argentina.
They've defended really well so far, Spain. This is a pretty good spot to defend from. Scrum in the corner.
Crouch. Bind.
Early start to the day for these two teams, and both struggling to really get into their groove. But it is Scotland with this narrow lead, needing to get out of there. Favu and Godsmark with a good carry. How do they look to carry? It is a penalty against Scotland. Possibly had an opportunity to clear it from there, but they didn't, and so can Spain make them pay. Fontes. Hooter sounds, now or never for Spain. Sant going straight through.
Release!
Alonso. Now Fontes, and over the top it goes. Carry On. Gets it out to Mateo. Mateo's going to steal it at the death for Spain. Denied on the other side of the field. And the Argentine original, now playing for Spain, goes in and wins it. First try for him in Sydney 2019. Only second in his career. Wow. Scotland will be very disappointed with all that possession in the first half, and now all of a sudden they come up with a loss first up.
Disappointing for the Scottish. Lovely work here from Mateo. McFarlane's the one that missed the tackle. He'll be disappointed with his effort there. But Spain, they deserve to win this game. They defended well. They did it against adversity a few times. And their attack, they only got a couple of opportunities, but they made the most of them. 2
tries to 1 in the end. And so Somewhat of an upset, really, in the opening game in Sydney 2019. Spain 10, Scotland 7. More great action on the way. Coming up next, New Zealand and Wales with Shawnee Maloney and Carl Tanana.
Thank you very much, Greg Clark. Yep, that is where we're doing it all weekend long. We are out in Homebush for stop 4 of the Hsbc Sevens World Series. Next up, more Pool C action with New Zealand up against Wales. Carl Tanana. New Zealand finished 3rd last week over in Hamilton. Wales did not post a win, but they are in a stage of rebuilding with a ton of debutants doing their thing last weekend.
Yeah, this Welsh team, no doubt, Shawnee, they've had the best of times, but they've got some guys, some young guys, they've got some skill, that's for sure. New Zealand aren't happy the way they finished their home tournament in their cup semi-final, losing to the USA. Didn't play their best, and I know they've been looking forward to this weekend to try and rectify that performance.
They did bounce back, though, to put away South Africa to claim the bronze medal in their home tournament. They were the inaugural winners of the HSBC Sydney Sevens, playing that epic final 20 minutes of play against Australia across town at the SFS in the first year of. There is a look at the Welsh starting lineup, led as always by Luke Trahan, and keep an eye on some of the guys coming off their bench as well, in particular Ria Dyer. Richard Horton, our referee for this second Pool C game on day 2 here in Sydney. We had the women do their thing yesterday. The New Zealand women were terrific. Can the men replicate their performances? Here we are, off and running. New Zealand v Wales. That one is scrappy. Will come in and pack it down. Carl Tanana, you walked the field a little earlier today. It looks slippy, but it's hard underneath.
Yeah, that's the thing, Sean. It really, really is. So when the ball bounces like that, it is going to be slick for these players to try and control. So that's something that all the teams kicking off in their first game will want to be mindful of.
Yep. Approach. Bind. Set.
In it goes, now it comes for Trahan, who bullets that one into the runner who can't hang on. Now with New Zealand and Revolvo. He's big, he's powerful, and he's loaded with pace. New Zealand score first, and it's Joe Revolvo on the board.
Yeah, Big Joe had an up and down weekend in Hamilton, but starts this one in Sydney in fine style. Wales with a mistake. Shu goes back. Gurumoni Koi just sizes up the situation. He gives it to Big Joe with 25 metres to work in, and this is always going to be a big mismatch. Left-hand fend, the right-hand put down. Good start, New Zealand.
Well, Wales ran into a white-hot Fiji in game 1 last weekend, and it doesn't get any easier 7 days forward up against New Zealand, who can't get the kick to go. It stays 5-0. Who come into this tournament as you'd probably have them behind Fiji, just behind Fiji, as favourites to take out the title. USA and South Africa and the host nation all looking to press as well. That time around the passing a little better. Trahan, the recipient, he's wrapped up by Kurt Baker, who goes again and he's penalised for going off his feet.
I don't think using Luke Trahan for a hit-up is probably your best option. He's your ball player. You don't want him caught up in that sort of situation. It gives him an opportunity to just settle down here, but I think they got better players that you can use in these situations. He's your main man to direct. You don't want him doing a 2-up.
You've got the line. It's your line.
Trahan kicked a touch and has put it 40 from his line. Nice take at the top there from Devine. Trahan goes out the back. Tries to slide past Nareki, who reads it well.
Penalty advantage.
Another penalty advantage here for Wales. They can't do anything initially. Now they tap and go. Wales looking to counter that initial strike from Revolvo. Not this time around. It's great cover defence from Vilimoni Karoi.
Yeah, and Black is disappointed with himself there. He saw half hold, but Vilimoni Karoi is becoming a very, very good sweeper. Ushers him over and uses the sideline as a friend. Great technique around the ball so he can't pass it. Well done, Vilimoni Karoi. Technique.
Maybe just get the head on the other side. Get on the trailing side.
I would have just pushed him. I would have went to deck.
Carlton Unna in commentary from New Zealand Sevens captain. Keeping a close eye on things across the weekend. That one overthrown. Trahan comes in and tidies up for Wales. Carries towards the 22. Slow ball for Wales, though. New Zealand get their line set. It's a nice ball at the line, and Wales on the long slide goes in. Jenkins level up, 5-5 kick to come.
What I like about this is a turnover from New Zealand, but look at the way they slide out. It's going to be Narekiri gets done on the outside by the pass, and Jenkins slides in from Cardiff. What a reply from them.
He wasn't leaving anything to chance, was he? I love a good slide. Good finish.
Oh, great confidence booster too, Shawnee, for this Welsh team.
Lukey Trahan slips it inside the sticks, and Wales surprise leaders with around about 2 minutes 30 to run in this first half.
You think you've seen this weather affect these sides with the handling, but Wales get an opportunity, taking full toll of it, deservedly have the lead.
That one's sent infield from Amanaki Nicole. Nareki slips a couple of defenders, gets to the 22. Wales off their feet there now. New Zealand play on quick. Mickelson across the park they come. Good in and away, and now they release. Nicole, good clean out as well for Mickelson. Mickelson up over the 22, keeps it alive, but he finds his opposing skipper, not a black jersey, but New Zealand climb in, tidy up, and on they come. Karoi. Baker back to the blind, and it's smart play as always from